begin with our top focus. The BJP has rung in changes in Karnataka, appointing Basavaraj Bommai as the new Chief Minister of the state. Bommai, who was serving as the state's Home Minister, was the unanimous pick, who also had the backing of his predecessor B.S. Yediyurappa. He will take oath as the Chief Minister at about 11 a.m. today. Bommai is expected to have 3 deputies, with sources telling CNN News 18 that B. Srimulu, Govind Kajrol and R. Ashok are likely to get promotions. This is a CNN News 18 exclusive. Basavaraj Bommai sat down with my colleague Deepa Balakrishnan and spoke at length about his appointment as Chief Minister and what plans he has for the state. Let's listen in.
Joining me now, the man who's going to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka, Basavaraj Bommai. Sir, many congratulations on getting this post. What factors do you think actually worked in your favor at the Legislature Party meeting today?
I'm really, you are asking a very interesting question because it was beyond the prediction of media. That's why this question is arise. I know that. I really don't know what has worked, but for me, my hard work, sincere work and honest work as a Home Minister has worked.
Sir, did you expect this post? Did you expect
I never expected because we had such a tall leader like Yediyurappa, and we thought that he's going to complete the complete term, but he chose to after 2 years to quit. So that paved the way, and his blessings are there, and more than anything else, my Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and Home Minister Amit Shah ji, Rajnath Singh ji and Nadda ji had reposed so much of faith in me. In spite of fierce competition, they have chosen me, and they expect a lot from me: a good administration, clean administration, efficient administration, as well as a clear coordination with the party, and I keep up to their trust.
So there is a lot of talk that there will be 4 deputy chief ministers in this new government because you want to placate all other top communities.
No, I've barely been few hours been elected, and I'd been busy meeting governor and party office and been to Yediyurappa's house. Therefore, I've not given a thought. Probably after swearing in, we'll start the process of cabinet making.
Sir, your party has always been seen as a party that wields influence over the Lingayat community. Do you want to carry forward that narrative, or do you want to change that in any way?
See, it is all the perceptions have been built over the time, but ultimately, in any constituency, to somebody to win, all communities has to support. It is not a question of one community. So we are a national party, and we want to take all communities together, and we have to do justice for them, and we have done a lot of programs for the poor. So it is more of economical disparities and regional disparities. So my priority is that. So once the economic disparity is removed, all these community issues will be also solved. And I want all communities to grow. I want my state to be rich, not the system.
Your party has talked against dynastic politics for many years now. You are yourself a dynasty, the son of a former chief minister?
See, there's a lot of difference. My father was a leader of Janata Dal, and he has quit the state politics in 1989. So almost 25 long years, and I have been in the BJP, and I'm growing myself in BJP. It's a totally different situation, different contrast. You can't just compare in one family, in one party, they hand over the charge or something. I have grown or climbed my own way. Of course, my father's legacy is there and his principles are there. They are my guiding spirit. But however, it was a challenging time for me to come up and especially to come to BJP and grow. Thanks to my party and my leader, they have given me opportunity, and I have done it. And therefore, the central leadership has reposed faith in me.
I mean, there has also been some criticism against your party that, one of the criticisms against B.S. Yediyurappa was that his son was interfering in the government. You clearly said that B.S. Yediyurappa will have a guiding role as far as your era is concerned, your term is concerned. Will we have to, how will you sort of sidestep this issue of interference?
No. See, Yediyurappa is a true Democrat, and I worked under him in two regimes, and he gives totally free hand to the different ministers, and in fact he has taken everybody in confidence. Lot of baseless issues are raised unnecessarily. I don't see any problem working under his guidance, and his experience and able guidance will be leading light for me.
The other criticism is that the chief ministers here usually have to listen to the line of the central leadership at a lot of times. How do you react to that criticism?
See, as a home minister, I have worked not even a single occasion where center has interfered. It is not a question of that. It's a question of party principles and party programs, and Government of India programs has to be implemented. In that aspect, a lot of guidances and directions will be there, and it's a part of administration. And it happens to all the central parties and all central government. So a lot of people confused with that.
There are many other aspirants like Nirani, like Arvind Bellad. How will you take them along once?
They are my all good friends and colleagues. So we'll work like a team.
Because one of the problems.
See, I consider myself first among equals, nothing more.
One of the challenges the party has faced, some electoral defeats in the recent past, Zilla Panchayat elections, by-elections in assembly.
No, Jilla Panchayat
What's
has
your
to come.
strategy? No, the previous one, 6 months back. So what is your strategy now as far as, rebuilding electorally?
Let me assure you, we have not failed in any elections. And our grassroots are very strong than Congress. And all these elections are yet to come are local elections, and our local leaders and local workers are very, very enthusiastic. We'll take them into confidence, and certainly we are going to win them hands down.
What's going to be your first task?
My first task is to face the floods and COVID head on and squarely, and give rescue and relief to the last man who is in trouble. The second task is to put administration into a higher mode of efficiency. The third task is to take the economic challenges and improve the economic situations in the state. And the fourth task is to implement the budgetary programs given by Yediyurappa ji in the required time.
Karnataka has not got its due as far as central funds, grants are concerned.
No, see, there are a lot of programs and lot of working has to be done, follow-up has to be done, lot of documentation has to be done. It's a part of administration. I'll take care of it.
Is this a temporary arrangement or will you stick it out for the entire 2-year term of the assembly?
What do you think?
You have to tell me, sir.
You should think.
Because
See,
the previous 5-year term of the BJP was in 3 chief ministers.
Yeah, that was the political situation. But here, under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji and Amit Shah ji, there is a very, very strong central leader. There is a great discipline. Such thing will not happen. And we will also strive to take everybody along. And we will see that the 2 years term is completed very, very efficiently, and pro-poor and pro-people programs will reach to the last man. And we are going to win hands down in 2023 as well as in 2024. I am looking beyond 2023.